Well, welcome to another episode of Port Charles Chat. I'm Mom.
And I'm Brandon.
Thank you for joining us again.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
And we're here to talk about another wonderful week of General Hospital. We're talking about the week of December 21st to 26th. This is taped on December the 27th. Are you ready, Brandon?
I'm ready, the last full one of the year.
The last full week of the year, and it was actually a shorter one for us. First of all, the trial is still going on. The week begins with Portia. Portia is called to the stand. And while on the stand, she ends up admitting that she was actually with Isaiah on the day of Drew's shooting. She also states that Drew blackmailed her. So this, of course, brings all sorts of consequences. We have Trina, who is now mad, is not even the word, with her mother. We have Curtis, who's upset because he has now realized that he could possibly not be the father of the baby, and Portia, whose license could possibly be taken away. She has actually been suspended from the hospital. And then we also have Drew, who could possibly be not black, Drew, who could possibly have charges that are placed against him because he has blackmailed Portia. So these are some ramifications of Portia's testimony, and it did not help Willow's case at all. In fact, it kind of made continue to make Willow look guilty because she once more is still the person who of interest who does not have an alibi at the time of the shooting. Brandon, did I leave anything out in regards to Portia?
Not to my knowledge, but as I've been saying long and long ago, the guilty people get guiltier.
Yes, yes. And at this point in time, the trial is on recess until after the new year. We did see Chase go on the stand. Yes, we did see Chase go on the stand also, and Dante is not too happy with Chase right now. Anyway, and then in other news, we have Britt. Britt and Brad, who I both love together, are back together. They last week they ate at a restaurant and they ate just about $2,000 worth of food, give or take, and so neither of them could afford it, and so they were arrested on Monday. And so Jason had to come and bail her out. He did end up bailing out Brad too, even though he said he was not going to. But I guess by just paying the bill, that was enough to kind of get to let Brad out of jail. And then let's say Nina and Ava are connecting again. And that was overall the week in regards to that type of content. I'm going to go next into the Christmas portion, but that's the first type of content. All right, Brandon, did I leave anything out for that portion?
And speaking of people that get revoked, of course, people are after the congressman, and of course, Portia, has her job temporarily revoked or suspended. But Chase got his badge and gun taken from him.
Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, Chase did have his badge taken away from him also. Yes. All right. Anything else, Brian?
I don't think so for that portion.
Alrighty, now I'm going to go into the Port Charles Christmas. And yes, it is a nice time of the year for Port Charles. This is when we have all the nice, friendly things that happen. And so I really enjoy this year's Christmas slash Boxing Day uh, episodes that they did have. First of all, we have Danny and Jason who go and they visit Alexis, which was nice to see. And then we see Dante actually ends up bonding with both Rocco and Gio. We see Marco and Sidwell have their own party at their house. Sunny hosts a party. Alexis informally has family over. The Quartermains host a party. Lulu hosts a party, and the Scorpios and the Ashfords each hold parties. So it was nice to see all these different layers of General Hospital and see how people went from place to place, whether or not they were celebrating Christmas Eve or it was Christmas Day, or if they moved on to Boxing Day. These are all things that General Hospital claimed to be hosting and celebrating during this week. Now, during this time period, we do see two important things that kind of came out. We saw Geo. Gio actually played his violin. Both Sonny and Ned did go together and they bought a violin for Gio. They planned to keep it hidden until it was time to give it to Gio. And of course, Olivia's son finds the violin and mentions to everyone that the violin is there and wants to know why Gio isn't playing it. Gio looks over and you can see he's troubled. But what was very nice about the scene, which I really liked, was that Brooklyn was there, and all she did was just kind of squeeze his arm, and Gio decided on his own to play, and it was very nice. It was a very nice rendition of I believe it was Joy to the World is what he played, I think. I'm going off memory, so I'm sorry. That's wrong. Brandon's looking at me like, no, I don't think it was that song. Anyway, Gio played a song, a Christmas song, and it was very, very pretty. And then at the end of one of the episodes, Charlotte goes to see her father. And this is by the help of Carly. Carly kind of takes Charlotte alone and takes her to Valentine. And it was really nice to see Valentine as he got a chance to see his daughter. That is what happened for Christmas time for General Hospital. Oh, and Cody and I'm sorry, I could have leave this out. Cody and Molly had a nice little time together. So that's what I picked up this week. All right, Brandon, what about you for Charles Christmas? Did I leave anything out?
No, I mean, I think that was the gist of it. I mean, we certainly had lots of families coming together, lots of parties, lots of people switching parties. Um, and yes, Gio did a good job with Silent Night.
All right, Silent Night. I am so sorry. Um, he says it was a joy to the world. Anyway, so performers of the week. And so I struggled a little with this one because I thought I really liked the week itself. And so I kind of gave three. So I have Gio because I really liked the way he was interacting with really his whole family. It was nice to see him get along with everyone. And so I really liked Gio. Rocco did a very nice job this week also. So I want to give him credit. And then Portia. And I normally don't give a lot Portia a lot of credit, but Portia I thought did a nice job playing her part. She played the part of the mother who was hurting. She's hurting because of her job. She's just confused in general right now. And so I wanted to give Portia credit for this week. Brandon, who are your performers of the week?
I think that this is an easy one. First of all, I think everyone did a good job this week, but I think for me, it's definitely going to have to go to. And this is a hard one, but I think I'm going to do Geo, Emma, and Portia.
Okay, that sounds good. And then we had several amusing scenes this week. First of all, we had Tracy and the frog, and this happened on, I believe, Boxing Day for poor Charles. And then we had James, just in Jim. James makes me smile. So anything with James makes me smile. But then we had Britt and Brad at the police station, just listening to them banter and wondering if they're going to get out of jail. I got a kick out of that. All right, Brandon, what about you in amusing scenes?
And Jason said they're going to stay right there.
Yeah, Jason did.
Brad.
Jason said he was not bailing out Brad. Didn't even want to think about it. All right, Brandon, what about you?
Yes, well, definitely all that. And then I got a kick out of everyone fighting over Sidwell. I mean, like, Ava and Lucy and even Jordan's trying to get in on the fun of who's going to be Sidwell's woman.
Yeah, this interesting is so odd, but yes. All right. Any other amusing scenes?
Oh, I mean, I think that there's definitely quite a bit. But I kind of like where Britt is saying that she got her medical license reinstated. Did we mention that already?
We did not. We did not. So Britt did get her medical license reinstated, and she was incredibly happy, and it was a nice scene to watch too.
But I liked Elizabeth and Lucas's reaction. It's like, oh, cool. Well, yeah, Terry and Britt will be your boss. Um, so I definitely like that Elizabeth's sort of reaction to that. So I definitely will add that to the list.
Yes, and Brandon, how long do you think before they actually make Britt the boss again?
I think you're going to have to finish the trial first, only because they have to do whatever due process or whatever to investigate the Porsche. The question is, like, to their credit, I don't think Porsche is going to be out of General Hospital entirely, but they might do similar to how, like, Brit is theoretically banned from the hospital, but she was able to get this menial job. I'm curious if they have a menial job for Porsche.
Yeah, true, true. There were quite a few touching scenes this week, also. The first touching scene was really Gio with the violin. I thought that was very touching the way they presented that. So I thought they did a very nice job with it. And then Charlotte with her father, I thought they did an incredible job with that. And it really was just one scene of them hugging, but a lot of emotion was in that one scene. And then we had Emma and Trina, who actually had a very nice scene together. They had a nice talk, and I really enjoyed that, which is once more surprising because Trina's not always the one who I have a lot of positive things to say about. But I thought both of them speaking together was very nice. All right, Brandon, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to, I mean, give a kudos to what the writers or whoever are doing with Trina now, in the sense that now that the whole sort of truth about Portia has finally went out, which I like the way Curtis addressed that. I think Curtis um, and Portia had a nice heart to heart, sort of with that, of where, yeah, he's just glad the truth's finally out, and that he does believe that Portia's sincere, but he doesn't care.
Yeah, he just wants to know if he's the baby's daddy. And I don't blame him. That's all he's concerned about because I think he's been a good father to Trina, and he would be a good father to his, if this is his baby.
Poor Taggart.
Yeah, poor Taggart. Poor Taggart. They don't even mention Taggart at all. All right. And then we had missing scenes. There was one scene that I wish they had played out, and that's Charlotte and Valentine. We never saw them leave, and I kind of would have liked to see what Valentine said to Charlotte. But that is the one missing scene that stands out for me. What about you, Brad?
Well, I was thinking about that because I was going to say that too. But in the same regard, I kind of, in a sense, assuming that they're going to give us another scene with them together, because we do hear Charlotte sort of talking about to Rocco very loudly, even though no one else can hear that apparently. But um, the only reason
Oh,
as to what we about to say,
I said, except for Ace, who's at the age of repeating.
yes, yes. But I was going to say that a part of me says it's probably intentional that we don't do it, don't see it, only because I don't really think per se that Charlotte will want to leave Valentine and vice versa. And so I think to establish that they're just not on the run again, that they sort of need to make that sort of the climactic, yeah, happy note before they go run off next week.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very true. And this week I didn't have any fast forward scenes, did you?
No.
All right. And then welcome back, Hat Daddy. Good to see you. All right. Any other welcome backs?
But we have all the children back.
Oh, that is true. Every child is now back, and Ace is back. We saw him a couple weeks ago, but he is back again. And it's so nice to see Danny and Scout. And who else do we have? Danny, Scout, Rocco, Charlotte. Wiley. Wiley, welcome back, Wiley. It's been a while. So, yes. No, Amelia, don't know where she is. She was taking a nap. But, but yes. So, did I leave anyone out?
We also have James and Leo.
Oh, yeah, James and Leo. Yes, yes.
Eight
So,
children.
well, eight children. Welcome back, James and Leo.
Oh, and Donna.
It, and Donna. Yes, it was a good week for the children. Yes. And so it was nice to see them all back for the holidays. And so, welcome back to all of them. I don't think we had any goodbyes this week. Do we have any goodbyes, Brand?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, sounds good. All righty. And now let's talk a little bit about Drew again and who my suspects are this week. And I'm still circling back to the same people. I've got Willow, Stella, and Portia. All three are still on my list. Um, Portia, because she really still doesn't have an alibi. I know what she claims, but she really doesn't have an alibi. And then Stella, we really don't know what Stella was doing. And then Willow, we know Willow doesn't have one. So those are the three who I am thinking about right now. All right, Brandon, are you still with Willow only?
I think I'm still with Willow, but here I think we're going to end up in an interesting thought because Willow has decided to defy, we think, Drew and and allow Scout to see Alexis. So now I think we're going to potentially see Willow as being a little bit more sympathetic. But I'm curious if this can potentially set up where now that she clearly, I mean, would favor Willow as opposed to her father, Drew, because Will lets her see the family, Drew doesn't. I wonder if Scout will perhaps call Willow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Alexa. No, I'm sorry. I'm waiting for Willow's phone to go off with the ringtone. And I, yeah, and I don't think that Willow defied Drew. I think that Drew finally said yes. That's just my thought.
If
I could
anything,
be
I
wrong. Yeah,
my
but
thought would be more of an absence of a no.
okay.
I mean, in the sense of, I don't know if Drew would ever say yes because that's a main defeat. I think it's just Drew's just going to acknowledge that Will is just going to do this anyway, and so be it. Especially when Sidwell asked, where's your wife? And he just had that look on the face that's like, don't ask about it.
Yeah, and for those who are wondering what we're talking about, Willow Scout really wanted to see Alexis for the holidays, and Willow did take Scout over to see the family. Alexis didn't really question it, and or at least for the scene that we saw, and we never heard Drew say or tell Willow that she could take Scout over to see Alexis. So the audience is kind of wondering, did she really get permission to take, because that's really not her blood child, and then there's the court order. So my thought is that Drew did actually give permission, and Brandon's kind of saying the opposite. He doesn't think she got permission, but maybe it wasn't a no, and so she just took her anyway. But anyway, regardless, the scout got a chance to see Alexis and family. All right, Brandon, Eric, is there anything else that you want to talk about that happened this week?
I will say we had a lot of people coming together that we didn't think so in the sense of that, like, let's see, we had Britt and Lucas having a peace agreement for a day. We have it where um, Tracy invited Sunny into her house.
Yes, that I found that was very nice too. Yes, Tracy did invite Sunny over, and all for the sake of Geo, which I thought was very nice. They want to be grandparents or great grandparents.
So in 2026, will Geo move back into the Quartermains?
Yeah, or will he stay with Sunny? We'll have to see.
Yes, and and we forgot to mention that the Scorpios had a video chat.
Oh, yeah, they did in regards with Maxie. Is that what you're referring to?
Well, Spinelli and Georgie Offstream went to go see Maxie, but the Scorpios had a video chat with Sasha, Daisy, and Uncle Robert.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry. That is true. They did have a video chat, so all of them were mentioned. Yes. Yes. So it's been a busy week in Port Charles, and we look forward to seeing what's happening with the next holiday that comes up, and which is of course New Year's. And we'll say we thank all of you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.
Well, yeah, we'll see you in 2026.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.
We'll see you then.